Good morning. It's Sunday 12th of September, 8:10, and I've just left Clovelly. As I explained in yesterday's video, my plans changed somewhat yesterday and I took it a bit easier than I should have. So it's left me with a bit of a longer day today. I'm still aiming to get to my planned destination for today, which is Morwenstow, taking in Heartland Point and Heartland Quay on the way. But again, as of yesterday, we'll see how we go. I think if I do manage to get to Morwenstow, it's around 18 miles. So yeah, let's see how we get on. This is called Angel's Wing Shelter, and it was built as a memorial in 1826. Nice place. It's a really nice morning, but I'm walking through some woods and there's loads of tiny, fine spider webs floating through the air, so I'm constantly having to battle against that, wipe my face, wipe my arms off. Not a fan of spiders. Best follow the diversion this way. Just come up the first steep climb, well, apart from coming out of Clovelly, but the first steep climb of today, coming out of Mouth Mill, which is where, is it called Church Rock, is where I took the aerial footage just a minute ago. Anyway, so that's the first of what I think is many ups today. Just walking through this field at the minute. There's some cattle over there. They're not bothered by me, thankfully. Yeah, got a good view ahead of Lundy, and then actually it's a bit of a momentous point on the path today, because once you get to Heartland Point, there's like a significant change in direction. You sort of, instead of going east to west, you sort of start then going sort of south-southwest, and we'll be walking away from Lundy then, and also over here to my right you can still see back to, I think it's Mort Point, but once we pass Hartland or Heartland Point, yeah, we'll lose that view, and the horizon will be different, and the view behind us will be different as well. Those people behind me, they're really nice. Charlotte and Phil. Yeah, it was Phil. I kept saying Bill, but it's Phil. Yeah, just chatting to them. They are doing the coast path, but they've got 2 camper vans between them, and they're sort of camping, or not camping, but leaving a camper van either end, and yeah, walking between the 2. So that's really nice people, and yeah, good to meet people like that when you're on the path. It's been really quiet this morning. In fact, I think apart from them, I've seen one other person. Been walking a couple of hours now, just coming up towards West Titchbury. Charlotte and Phil warned me that there's some big up and downs coming up towards Hartland, so yeah, I don't know, see how I get on. Gotta enjoy it, haven't I? No point pushing myself so I don't enjoy it. You can see the radome station there, it's old military radome station. I think now it's just used for air traffic control. But yeah, that's pretty much headland for Heartland Point. Well, that's the bearing that you take for it. But yeah, you go around that, and then you start heading south-southwest back towards Heartland Quay. This is marking the spot where there was another crash of another B-24 Liberator, very similar to the, well, exactly the same plane as the one that crashed on Bossington Hill back towards Porlock. I don't know what it is, but for the last few miles, all I've really fancied and wanted is an ice cream, and I don't know what it is. Can't get it out of my head. You know, I almost feel a bit sad that I'm about to turn around Heartland Point and lose this view that I've had sort of behind me on the path for the last 8 or 9 days. Over on the end there is Mort Point, and then it goes into Woolacombe, and then out onto Croyd and Saunton, and then into Instow and Chivener and all of that, and then around. Anyway, so I'm going to lose that view now. You can really see there off Heartland Point where the 2 sort of currents meet. So you've got all the smooth water here, and then as it hits the water coming around the headland there, it all becomes quite choppy. Whether that's just the wind hitting it differently, or whether the current there is sort of meeting Turn the corner from Heartland Quay, and straight away I've noticed the coastline feels more rugged with these sort of fingers jutting out into the sea. A bit more of a breeze this side as well of the headland. I think it's about another 2.5 miles to Heartland Quay. That's my first view of Heartland Quay. There. So another, what's that? I don't know what that is. 1.5 miles. Got a bit of a scramble up here to go first. So yeah, see how tricky this bit is. Hello. Can I come past? Thank you. Nah. So this is Old Folly, and then that's Stoke Church. Well, not them, they're sheep, but that's Stoke Church. Well, this is Heartland Quay, or what's left of it. There is no quay anymore. I think it was like left to ruin and eroded into the sea. All that's left here now is the hotel and a shop and a museum. Right, I've just left Heartland Quay behind me. Stopped and had a drink. I wouldn't say I'm refreshed, but I've cooled myself down and got myself a bit of energy back. So I've decided to push on. I kept my blinkers on when I was down there though. I didn't want to see if they had any rooms available. Check the maps, and I think it's just under 9 miles to Morwenstow. Looking at the map, it's actually fairly flat, so that's what sort of helped me make my mind up to carry on going. There's a couple of ups, but when you get up onto the top of the cliffs in a minute, I think there's a fairly good stretch of sort of cliffland or top of the cliff walking. So yeah, hopefully these last 8-9 miles won't be so bad. The walk today has been so peaceful and still and quiet, you wouldn't even realise you're on the coast. But just after leaving Heartland Quay, it's like someone's turned the volume up. And whether that's just because the tide's coming in now and it's breaking on these fingers of rock from the shoreline. Maybe that's what's causing the noise, but yeah, definitely since leaving Heartland Quay, it's a lot louder. Oh, and another good thing is I managed to fill my water bottles up at Heartland Quay as well, so I'm all good for water, even if I don't make it to Morwenstow. If you come here when the river's in spate, it's actually a twin waterfall. So there's one that would normally flow down the right of the one that's already there, but we haven't had any rain for a few days now, so it's just a single one, but really impressive, not bad. Not sure what all these birds are. Are they swifts or swallows or house martins? Maybe someone can let me know in the comments below. What I do know is they didn't like my drone very much. They were chasing it around, so I quickly had to land that. Every headland I climb up, you're just rewarded with this view. I know everyone is very similar, but yeah, each time it is spectacular. This is a good spot. Tempted to, well, half tempted to stop here. There's a bench there, nice flat bit of grass, nice view, and at the minute the weather's alright, you know, it's nice and calm, but I don't know what's happening in the night. I've got no signal here to check the forecast, so I think I'll carry on. I know most of you watching this probably would stay here quite happily, and I would if I was a bit braver. Just on the hill coming down now into Welcome Mouth. Another waterfall down there with some stepping stones to go across. Another nice bay. Now, there is a small car park here, and I've been here before for work, and the track that goes out that way is pretty rough. So if you've got a low suspension on your car, I wouldn't recommend coming down here if you're overly precious about it. I've just come down from up there. Now I got to cross over the stepping stones and then head up that one. This is a big moment. Goodbye, Devon. Hello, Cornwall. Right, I didn't quite make it to Morwenstow. I'm about a mile and a half short, but there were just too many coombs to go up and down. It was too much. I'll put the mileage up on the screen now, but I've done well, I set off just after 8 this morning and it is now 10 past 8 in the evening, so I've done a 12-hour day. I'm shattered. So I'm doing a bit of stealth camping and I'm a bit nervous about doing it, but I'm hoping I'm alright. The rain's just kicked in now anyway, so I'm hoping there won't be anyone else around. It's dark outside, but yeah, I did too much today. I mean, hopefully it means tomorrow will be a bit easier, and then, well, we'll see how we go. But I nearly made it more in Stoke, like I say, about a mile and a half away, so I made up all the mileage that I lost out on yesterday, so that was a good thing. But yeah, I'm going to get my head down now, hopefully get some sleep, and well, in the morning I'll show you around the campsite. Anyway, cheers guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.